global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Right now, all eyes seem to be on the judiciary to find out the final verdict that will be the fate of Fubara over the issue of Rivers emergency rule and, of course, the suspension of Fubara. A lot of Nigerians are seriously waiting for the verdict of the Supreme Court on this matter. Well, let's dive into the news to find exactly what is going on behind the scene and why there seems to be a lot of foot dragging in this matter. Well, according to the new Justice of Supreme Court of Nigeria, have been accused of being possibly afraid to adjudicate on the groundbreaking legal challenge to the declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State and the suspension of Governor Sim Fubara by President Bola Tinubu. Now, the civil rights advocacy group Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, huriwa, stated this signed by its national coordinator Emmanuel Onwobiko as a few hours ago. Huriwa has also rationalized the unacceptable delay to mean that the Supreme Court of Nigeria may be tactically adopting the delay tactics to unwittingly compel the applicant to reach out to the defendant for political solution rather than the nation's highest court to make a definite pronouncement to settle this thorny constitutional issues once and for all. We think that the Supreme Court of Nigeria is doing the greatest disservice to the country by the refusal or undue delay of the Chief Justice of Nigeria to constitute, to the best of our knowledge as members of the public, a panel of justices to advocate on the silent constitutional questions posed to them in the groundbreaking legal challenge instituted since April 8, 2025 against the ill-fated decision of President Bola Tinubu to suspend a sitting governor, even when there is nowhere in the Nigerian constitution that gives the holder of the constitution, that gives the holder of the office of the president self-destructive powers of unsitting a sitting governor of a state. We in huriwa stand to be corrected that the delay is anything but ominous and toxic. The only logical explanation for these unfair tactics of the Supreme Court is to say that maybe it is because of the fear of the unknown. But if the justices of the nation's highest court are jittery and refusing to fix dates for hearing of this groundbreaking legal challenge by the 11 PDP governors against the suspension of a sitting governor, then we can say that there's a much deeper conspiracy plot to destabilize constitutional democracy and achieve total state capture. We pray that we are wrong. The justices of the Supreme Court of Nigeria ought to be patriotic enough to entertain this matter and take a decision one way or the other instead of this unnecessary delay that has now made the All Progressive Congress a national hierarchy to employ blackmail tactics against some PDP governors who are scared of losing their return bid to their offices in the next election and thereby forcing these scared PDP governors to either cross carpet to APC or organize media charades to endorse President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a second term, the statement said. The rights group expressed disappointment that after nearly a month that the PDP governors filed this legal challenge before the nation's apex court, the good people of Nigeria have been left in the lurch regarding the status of the case, and the dates for the commencement of this litigation is shrouded in secrecy. We know that the learned justices of the Supreme Court of Nigeria must be aware that the eyes and minds of millions of Nigerians are on this very matter, just as millions of Nigerians all over the world are waiting for the Supreme Court of Nigeria to make a pronouncement on the critical question of whether the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has the constitutional powers to illegally unseat a sitting governor and temporarily dissolve the state legislature. It is a thing of surprise that such a landmark matter is being treated in such a lackadaisical and we don't give a damn attitude by the Supreme Court of Nigeria. We are urging the Supreme Court of Nigeria to wake up and fix a definite date for hearing and deciding on this critical matter that touches on the heart of Nigerians and Nigerians' constitutional democracy, it added. My colleague is in the house. Well, I could say that the dates may have been fixed, but like they have rightly mentioned, it is like some persons are really not interested, really, to be a justice in this matter. It's a case of the conscience, the constitution, and they're trying to be politically correct or politically favorable. But how it will stand will determine how judiciary will be viewed by most Nigerians in Nigeria and in diaspora. But what's your take on this?
Well, this situation is, I would say, number one, is laughable, is regrettable, and unfortunately, it kind of reveals where we are heading. But first of all, I'd like to talk about the person of Fubara. Fubara actually does not intend to make, this is me, I stand to be corrected, but from all indication, Fubara is only thinking of his position as the governor. He does not care about the change that this whole situation can bring through him. And that's why we notice that he's just doing anything. A lot of people will say, you're advising him wrongly. People should allow peace to sue. Come on, listen to me. We don't know the extent to which this country is corrupt. Now, I just saw an apology extended by Natasha, which is sarcasm, extended to this person, just to tell you that this woman knows what she's looking for. And she's staying strong. She's waiting for that thing to be corrected. But we don't have that kind of mindset in Fubara. Now, hearing that Fubara, despite the fact that something very unconstitutional has happened, has decided to go and meet Mr. President to seek for political solutions so that they may bring him into office and all of that. It canceled everything. Just listen, if you listen to the position of these guys, huriwa, that the judges are expecting that there will be a political solution because they have sat down in their own domain as interpreters of the law. They have searched through the corners and, the technicality that can bake such in our constitution, and there is none. Fubara, that is where you would have slept on. If you have boldness like Natasha, I wish Natasha was in these shoes. I just wish that Natasha was the one in these shoes. Make a name once and for all. Life is not all about money. See, the day you leave this world, whether we like it or not, you walk out of this world, what you will be remembered for will not be money you made. Will not even be position. When you were in that position, what did you do? A situation has presented itself that would have put you in the in the spotlight for eternity, as far as this country, Nigeria, exists. But you are going to dilly-dally and all of that. And that is why they are waiting to see if there will be a way out. So that possibly you go and beg the president. What have you just done? You are establishing, you are trying to tell them that it is right for a president to be unconstitutional as at the time he feels like. Bola Tinubu will do it maybe once in a lifetime. That's the once in his lifetime as a president. But I tell you the truth that there are countless ruthless men who will never want to be governed, who will never want to govern Nigeria with the constitution, who will take over that position. And we will wake up to a situation whereby a president will suspend more than 5-6 governors.
And there's a precedent.
And because there is a precedent. So we would have waited for this case to be fixed by Supreme Court first. See, we should think beyond. Forget about the pockets of all those advisors. Forget about their pockets. Because most of them are just, they want you to be a governor so that they can make more money. They want you to be a governor so that they can get more contract because they feel life revolves around that. They don't think about it. Those guys don't have any idea about the future. They don't even think about the future. Look at what happened. Look at what happened in Burkina Faso. Just the coup that they were planning to hit Toure out. How some few men, instead of them accepting what the foreign missions will give to them, they leaked the whole thing out. And by the time they leaked the whole thing, the person who was an insider, who was running the show today, is he not ashamed? Toure is still there, governing that nation very well. When we see things that are wrong, Nigerians should not just be watching by the side. Nigeria is decaying real good. Today you wake up, you see a lot of things that are happening because of no job, because of a lot of funny things, corruption ravaging the country. A lot of funny things are happening. People are going into all manner of dealings, fraud. We are hearing rituals here and there and all of that. You have an opportunity to correct one part just so that people will start respecting the. Today, as I'm talking to you, Constitution of Nigeria has little or no respect. Look at how governors are moving from one political party to the other because they know that if you take us to court, after all, it was still in Rivers State that same thing was ascertained. That even if you take me to court, there's no room for, if you move from one political party, you lose your seat and all of that. Where are we heading to? So for me, I am not bothered about whatever time they're going to do it, but I wanted Supreme Court to use their mouth so that it will be an announcement that judiciary has esteemed the office of a president more than the constitution with which this country is supposed to run through. But unfortunately, Baba, they run around, they look for political solution. Do you think that when they did this thing, at the point they were not like, is it not that we have made a mistake and all of that? But because you don't know, you're running around looking for, I want to go back, I want to be the governor of the state. Come on, these guys, I'm just getting so sick of them.